Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, happiness always feels just out of reach? That even when things seem to be going well, there's still a lingering sense of emptiness. You're not alone. We all face this in life at some point. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking everything you've ever wanted, peace, happiness, success, has been with you all along? Hidden in one of the most profound teachings known to humanity. What if the answer to transforming your life in 2025 lies within the wisdom of the Buddha? Imagine a life where you're no longer chasing happiness, but instead, it flows to you naturally. A life where you don't have to fight against the tide of the world, but rather, flow with it, with peace, with clarity. Sounds impossible? It's not. In today's video, I'm going to show you how, by applying the timeless wisdom of Buddhism, you can finally achieve everything you desire, and I promise. It starts on January 1st, 2025. Welcome to the path to Buddhist wisdom. I'm so glad you're here because together, we'll explore how ancient Buddhist teachings can transform your reality, and how you can make 2025 the year of your greatest growth yet. Part 1. Introduction to Core Buddhist Teachings, the Foundation. To understand how Buddhist teachings can help you achieve everything you desire, we must first explore the foundation of Buddhism itself. These teachings are not just ancient philosophies, they are practical tools for living a life filled with purpose, clarity, and peace. At the core of Buddhism are the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path, two essential pillars that guide us toward a life of freedom from suffering and inner peace. These teachings, when deeply understood and practiced, can transform the way we experience the world and help us align with our true desires. Let's start with the Four Noble Truths, the Buddha's first and most fundamental teachings. The Four Noble Truths. The truth of suffering, dukkha. The first truth is that life is inherently filled with suffering, dukkha. This doesn't mean that life is always miserable, but rather that suffering exists in all aspects of life: physical pain, emotional struggles, the impermanence of life itself. The Buddha teaches that we all experience these challenges, and it's natural to feel a sense of dissatisfaction at times. But here's the important part: acknowledging this suffering is the first step in finding a solution. Example: think about a time when you felt frustrated or anxious. Maybe you were striving for something, but no matter how hard you tried, it always seemed just out of reach. This feeling of discontent is the kind of suffering the Buddha spoke about. It's not something to fear, but something to understand. The truth of the cause of suffering, tanha. The second truth is that the cause of suffering is tanha, or craving and attachment. We suffer because we cling to things, our desires, our ideas, our expectations. The Buddha explains that our attachment to things, people, and even our own ideas about who we are, causes us pain. We often crave what we don't have and fear losing what we do. Example: have you ever desired something so badly, whether it's a material object, a specific achievement, or even approval from others, that you became anxious or stressed? That craving, that need to hold on, creates suffering. The Buddha teaches us that by letting go of excessive attachment, we can find peace. The truth of the end of suffering, nirvana. The third truth is that suffering can be ended, nirvana. Nirvana is not a place, but a state of being free from craving, attachment, and the cycle of suffering. It is the ultimate freedom, the peace that comes from understanding the impermanence of life and letting go of the things that bind us. Example: think of a time when you let go of something that once caused you stress or anxiety, a grudge, an expectation, or even a personal goal that wasn't serving you anymore. In that moment, You may have experienced a sense of relief or lightness. That's a small glimpse of nirvana, a life free from unnecessary suffering. The truth of the path to the end of suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path. The fourth truth is the Noble Eightfold Path, the path that leads us to the end of suffering and the realization of nirvana. This path is not just a list of rules, it is a comprehensive guide for living mindfully, ethically, and wisely. It helps us transform our thoughts, words, and actions to align with truth, compassion, and understanding. The Eightfold Path. Right understanding, understanding the nature of reality and the Four Noble Truths. Right intention, developing a mindset of kindness, compassion, and renunciation of harmful desires. Right speech, speaking truthfully and harmoniously. Right action, acting in ways that are ethical and kind. Right livelihood, engaging in work that does not harm others. Right effort, cultivating positive states of mind and letting go of negative ones. Right mindfulness, being aware of the present moment, without distraction or attachment. Right concentration, developing the ability to focus and meditate deeply. When you begin to practice the Noble Eightfold Path, you'll start to see profound changes in how you approach life. This is where the magic happens. By practicing these steps, you start living in alignment with your true self. And as a result, the suffering you once felt begins to fade. Example, imagine waking up every morning with clarity and peace of mind, knowing exactly what your intentions are for the day. Imagine speaking to others with kindness and listening with an open heart. This is the power of the Eightfold Path. It helps you shape every aspect of your life in a way that brings peace, balance, and ultimately, happiness. Why this foundation matters, connecting to 2025 goals. Now that we've explored the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path, you might be wondering, how does this help me achieve my goals in 2025? How does this lead me to manifest the life I truly desire? The answer lies in this. Buddhism teaches us that happiness, success, and fulfillment are not dependent on external circumstances, but on our inner state of mind. When we align ourselves with the teachings of the Buddha, when we let go of attachment, act ethically, and live mindfully, we create the foundation for true success. It's not about striving harder or forcing things to happen. It's about transforming yourself on the inside so that the external world can reflect that change. The path to achieving everything you want in 2025 begins with understanding these core teachings and applying them to your daily life. In the next part of this video, I'm going to share with you how you can take these teachings and put them into practical action. You'll learn how to apply the Buddha's wisdom in small, everyday ways that will gradually lead you toward the life you desire in the coming year. Let's get started. Part 2. Applying Buddhist teachings to achieve your goals in 2025. In the first part of this video, we explored the core teachings of Buddhism, the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path. But now, you might be asking, how do I actually apply these ancient teachings to my life to make 2025 my most transformative year? How do I start now? The beauty of Buddhism is that it's not just a philosophy, it's a practical guide to living with mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. And these are the very qualities that can help you achieve your deepest desires. Whether it's personal growth, happiness, or even success in your career and relationships. Today, I'm going to share with you some specific, actionable steps to begin applying these teachings immediately. Starting with mindfulness and right intention, and gradually working through the Noble Eightfold Path in ways that fit into your daily life. Step 1. Practicing mindfulness, right mindfulness. Let's start with one of the most important practices in Buddhism, mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, without judgment. It's about experiencing life as it is, without trying to change it or force it to fit your expectations. The Buddha taught that mindfulness is the key to transforming your inner world. When you become mindful, you begin to see things clearly, without the distortions created by your cravings, attachments, and distractions. This clarity is what allows you to make better decisions, align with your true purpose, and achieve your goals. But how do you practice mindfulness? It starts with something as simple as paying attention to your breath. When you wake up each day, take 5 deep, mindful breaths. Focus only on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. This small act of mindfulness helps to center your mind, giving you the clarity you need to approach your day with intention. Example. Let me share a story with you. I once met a woman who was struggling with constant stress and anxiety. She was juggling work, family, and personal goals, but she always felt overwhelmed. When I suggested she start each day with 5 minutes of mindful breathing, she was skeptical. But after just a week, she began noticing a difference. She felt calmer, more focused, and more present in her interactions. This simple practice helped her start the day grounded and with a sense of clarity. She soon found that her stress levels decreased and her decision-making improved. And that's the power of mindfulness. It clears away the mental clutter so you can see the path ahead clearly. Step 2. Setting right intention. Right intention. Next, let's talk about right intention. In Buddhism, your intention is everything. It's the seed from which your actions grow. If you want to change your life in 2025, you need to begin by setting the right intention, an intention rooted in compassion, kindness, and wisdom. Right intention means moving away from desires driven by greed, hatred, and delusion, and instead, aligning your desires with the greater good. When you set the right intention, everything you do, whether it's pursuing a career, building relationships, or achieving personal goals, becomes part of a higher purpose. So how do you set the right intention? It starts with asking yourself, why am I doing this? Example. For instance, let's say you want to lose weight or get fitter in 2025. Instead of focusing on vanity or appearance, ask yourself, why do I want to improve my health? Your answer might be, I want to feel better, have more energy, and live a longer, more fulfilling life so I can be there for the people I love. This shift in intention, from a superficial goal to a deeper, compassionate one, makes the process more meaningful and aligned with Buddhist wisdom. Actionable step. To start, take a moment to reflect on your goals for 2025. Whether it's personal, professional, or spiritual, ask yourself, what is my true intention behind this goal? Write it down and keep it in mind as you move forward. This will help you stay focused and grounded in your actions. Step 3. Right action and ethical living. Right action. Now, let's talk about right action, another crucial part of the Eightfold Path. Right action involves living with ethical conduct and integrity. The Buddha taught that our actions should be motivated by kindness, compassion, and wisdom. This doesn't mean that you need to be perfect, but it does mean being mindful of how your actions affect others and being intentional about acting in ways that are kind and beneficial, not harmful. So, how can you apply right action in your daily life? Example. One simple way is to make sure your actions align with your values. Let's say you value honesty. In a difficult situation, whether at work, in a friendship, or at home, choose to act with honesty, even when it's challenging. Doing so not only helps you build trust with others, but also helps you feel more aligned with your true self. This sense of integrity builds inner peace and makes you more resilient when challenges arise. Step 4. Letting go of attachment, right effort and right understanding. Finally, let's talk about right effort and right understanding. The Buddha taught that we should put effort into cultivating positive qualities, while also understanding the nature of reality, that everything is impermanent. By understanding this, we can let go of attachment. Letting go of attachment isn't about renouncing the world, but about freeing ourselves from the grasping and clinging that causes suffering. When we let go, we allow things to flow naturally, without forcing outcomes or being attached to specific results. Example: think about a time when you were working really hard for something, maybe a promotion at work, or a personal project, and you became so attached to the outcome that it caused you stress. The moment you release that attachment, paradoxically, things start to unfold more smoothly. You feel freer and more at ease. And often, that's when success follows. Connecting to 2025. If you begin applying these steps now, you'll start seeing a shift. By practicing mindfulness, setting the right intention, taking ethical action, and letting go of attachment, you're laying the groundwork for a powerful transformation in 2025. You'll begin to notice how much easier it is to stay calm, focused, and peaceful, no matter what challenges arise. And with that inner peace, everything you desire, success, happiness, and fulfillment, will flow naturally into your life. Remember, the Buddha's wisdom is not just for monks or spiritual seekers, it's for anyone who wants to live a life of meaning and purpose. And it all starts with you. So, take the first step today. Transition to next section. Now, let's dive even deeper into how you can apply these principles practically, by looking at the final steps to make 2025 your year of transformation. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started. Part 3. Real-life story and applying Buddhist wisdom, a story of transformation. Now, let me share a story with you, a story about someone who faced challenges much like we all do, but who transformed their life by applying the wisdom of the Buddha's teachings. This story is not just about overcoming obstacles, but about deeply understanding how our thoughts, intentions, and actions shape our destiny. This is the story of Tina, a woman I once met on my travels. Tina was in her early 30s, and she had spent much of her life striving for success in her career, in relationships, and in personal achievements. But no matter how hard she tried, she always felt a deep sense of dissatisfaction, a sense that something was missing. Tina's struggle, relating to the Four Noble Truths. Tina had everything many people would envy: a high-paying job, a supportive family, and a group of friends who admired her. But inside, she felt lost. She felt a constant pressure to perform, to please others, and to meet expectations. She was attached to the idea that happiness came from external success and approval. One day, during a conversation about her struggles, I asked Tina, "What do you truly want in life? What is it that you think will bring you peace?" Her answer was telling. Tina said, "I want to be successful. I want people to admire me. I want to be recognized for my efforts. But no matter how much I achieve, I still feel empty. I'm always chasing something, but I don't know what it is." At that moment, I realized that Tina was caught in the cycle of craving, tanha. The second noble truth. She was chasing external things in the hope that they would fill the emptiness inside her. But the more she grasped, the emptier she felt. The turning point, applying mindfulness and right intention. I shared with Tina the teachings of mindfulness and right intention. I told her that in order to find peace and fulfillment, she needed to start within, by becoming aware of her thoughts and letting go of the attachment to external success. I suggested she begin each morning with a 5-minute practice of mindful breathing to center herself, and then set a clear intention for the day. At first, Tina was skeptical. How can just 5 minutes of breathing make a difference, she asked. But I encouraged her to give it a try. Start small. The key is consistency and awareness, I told her. Tina took the advice to heart. Every morning, she dedicated 5 minutes to sit in stillness, focusing on her breath. Slowly, she began to notice a shift. The constant noise in her mind started to quiet down, and she became more aware of her thoughts and feelings. But more importantly, she began to see her life with more clarity. She realized that her pursuit of success was not aligned with her deeper values. She was chasing recognition and approval from others, but it wasn't bringing her the fulfillment she truly sought. She needed to redefine success, not as external achievements, but as inner peace, compassion, and connection with others. Tina's transformation, right action and letting go. As Tina continued her mindfulness practice, she also began applying right action and right effort. She took time to reflect on how her actions aligned with her values. Instead of focusing solely on career success, she started volunteering at a local charity and spending more time with her family and friends. She made an effort to act from a place of compassion, not for approval, but simply because it felt right. One key moment came when Tina had to make a difficult decision at work. She was offered a promotion that would have brought her more recognition, but at the cost of her mental and emotional well-being. In the past, she would have accepted the promotion without hesitation, driven by the desire for more validation. But this time, Tina paused. She reflected on her intentions and realized that the promotion, while tempting, would not align with the peaceful life she was now striving for. She turned it down, choosing a healthier work-life balance instead. That decision was a turning point in Tina's life. By letting go of her attachment to external validation, she made space for the things that truly mattered: time with loved ones, personal growth, and inner peace. Tina no longer defined her success by external measures. She defined it by her ability to live authentically, to be compassionate, and to stay true to her values. The result: achieving a meaningful life in 2025. As we enter 2025, Tina's life has transformed. She no longer feels the pressure to prove herself to others. Instead, she has cultivated a deep sense of peace and fulfillment. She has learned the true meaning of success, not as a destination, but as a continuous process of growth, mindfulness, and living with intention. The wisdom of the Buddha has helped Tina find balance. And by applying these same teachings, you too can create a life that is meaningful and true to your deepest desires. Key takeaways for your journey: applying the lessons to 2025. Tina's story teaches us several valuable lessons. Mindfulness is the key to clarity. By practicing mindfulness, we begin to see our lives more clearly and make decisions from a place of awareness, not reaction. Right intention guides our actions. Our goals and desires should be aligned with compassion and wisdom, not driven by ego or external validation. Letting go of attachment is freedom. When we stop chasing external approval and outcomes, we make room for true peace and happiness in our lives. Success is a journey, not a destination. True success comes from living authentically, with purpose, and with kindness toward ourselves and others. As you move into 2025, remember that you have the power to transform your life. Apply these teachings to your own journey. Start small, practice mindfulness, set the right intention, and take action that is aligned with your true self. Over time, you'll begin to see a profound shift in the way you experience life. And as you do, everything you desire, peace, happiness, success, will follow. Part 4. The Path Forward, bringing it all together for 2025. Now that we've explored the path to transformation through mindfulness, intention, and letting go of attachment, I want to leave you with one final thought, a reminder that the journey to a peaceful, meaningful life doesn't happen overnight. It's a continuous process, one that unfolds over time. As we practice and grow, the teachings of the Buddha are not a one-time fix, but a lifelong guide to living with wisdom, compassion, and clarity. Just like Tina, you too can find your own path to inner peace and fulfillment in 2025 and beyond. But it takes practice. It takes consistent effort. And it takes the willingness to be present in every moment, even when the road seems difficult. Applying Buddhist wisdom every day. As you move forward in 2025, think about how you can bring the wisdom of the Buddha into your daily life. It doesn't matter where you start. You don't have to be perfect. The key is consistency. Whether it's through mindful breathing, setting your intentions every morning, or simply practicing kindness in your interactions with others, these small actions can create a ripple effect of peace and harmony in your life. Remember, true success isn't measured by external achievements. It's measured by the peace you cultivate inside, the relationships you nurture, and the wisdom you carry with you every day. Take a moment now to reflect on what truly matters to you. What are the goals you have for 2025? What kind of person do you want to be? And most importantly, how can the wisdom of the Buddha help you achieve those goals and live a life of fulfillment? Call to action, join the path to Buddhist wisdom. If you've found the teachings and stories shared in this video helpful, I encourage you to continue exploring this journey with me. On this channel, The Path to Buddhist Wisdom, we dive deep into the teachings of the Buddha, explore real-life stories of transformation, and share practical wisdom you can apply to your daily life. Each week, I'll be sharing more insights, meditation practices, and wisdom to help guide you on your path to peace and fulfillment. Together, we'll learn how to let go of attachment, cultivate mindfulness, and live with intention. So, if you're ready to continue your journey with us, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way, you'll never miss out on a new video that could help you make 2025 the year of your transformation. Ending with inspiration. As we close, remember that every step you take on the path of mindfulness, every moment of self-awareness, and every act of kindness you offer to others is a step toward a life of true peace and fulfillment. This is your year, your opportunity to embrace the teachings of the Buddha and create the life you truly want. Thank you for joining me today on the path to Buddhist wisdom. I look forward to continuing this journey with you, sharing more teachings, and helping each other grow. May 2025 be filled with wisdom, peace, and boundless happiness for you and those you love.